Ready, set, showtime.
So we just did the video of you coming up with the links of the push rods. And can you explain to me kind of what you were doing? Because when I look at the video, all I'm seeing is you putting rods in and taking them out and putting them in and taking them out.
I'm looking at where the rock arm's sitting on the tip of the valve.
Okay. And do you have to have different, will all of the rocker arms take the same size?
All the intakes and all the exhausts will take the same length.
So they're all the same
There are
length?
two different lengths on the end. You know, the intake and exhaust are different lengths on this motor.
Okay.
Some motors are all the same, but this motor, it uses two different lengths.
Okay. And
but it's all relative to where the rock arm sits on the tip of the valve is kind of how you look at the push rod length. You don't want it, obviously the longer the push rod, the more it's going to push the rock arm up. So that kind of pushes the roller tip off to the outside of the valve. And obviously the shorter the push rod, the further the rocker is going to come towards the inside of the valve, but you want it to work kind of in the middle of the valve. So I can just look at it and see where it needs, I know where it needs to sit basically when the valve's closed on the tip of the valve to know where what the push rod length needs to be.
So someone that hasn't been doing it for 40 years, do they need to have one of those?
You just need to work on the center part of the valve. It needs to work like, you know, say you got a round valve and you don't want it out towards one of the edges. You want it to work in like the center half of the valve tip. When you open the valve, it's gonna sweep out. It's gonna sweep out across the tip towards the outside of the motor. And then when it gets close to a max lift, it'll kind of sweep back in a little bit. And then when it goes back, when it starts to close, it'll go back out towards the center or towards the outside, and then it'll come back across towards the inside. It basically does the reverse arc, obviously.
Yeah.
But you want to work on the middle part of the valve. You don't want it towards one edge or the other.
Is there a certain height when it goes up or down, like your little circle thingy measuring thing that they could use to measure how high it is, or how much? Is there an angle it should be at? Or
I mean, there's other things you need to look at too. You can't have the rock arm touching the retainer, and you know, and on some of the the big blocks like I was working on, if you put too short a push rod in it, then there's a possibility that your push rod will drop down below the guide plate. So then it could be a problem. There's a lot of things to look at.
Okay.
It's just the know of what to look at.
Yeah.
But generally, if you get your rock arm on the center part of the valve, usually all that other stuff is fine.
Okay. Thank you.